I know you're in there. Whoa, get out of my daughter.
Welcome to MsMojo, where we'll be discussing some of the more accurate depictions of neurodivergence from both cinema and television. We'll be looking at all types of neurodivergence rather than one specific type.
My family! I remember my family!
Number 10. Mumble the Penguin, Happy Feet. One of the most wholesome animated comedies tells the story of Mumble the Penguin.
What you doing there, boy?
I'm happy, Pa.
What you doing with your feet?
They're happy too.
He's an adorable emperor penguin, unique for having a passion for dancing rather than singing. This makes his childhood particularly challenging, with his teacher and specialist claiming he's a lost cause. Mumble doesn't fit in, with no penguins except his mother accepting him.
Mumble, what could you possibly be thinking?
I don't know what else to do.
But by the movie's conclusion, they've learned to accept him, even learning his dance moves. It's a wonderfully sustaining tale, which can easily be interpreted as an allegory for neurodivergence. The lesson is that we should encourage children's passions, no matter how different they are.
I just need your body, baby. From dusk till dawn.
Number 9. Abed Nadir, Community. Tons of fans will argue that Abed Nadir was the best representation of an autistic person in television history.
Well, I only talked to her once while she was borrowing a pencil, but her name is Britta. She's 28, birthday in October. She has 2 older brothers, and one of them works with children who have a disorder I might want to look up. Oh, and she thinks she's gonna flunk tomorrow's test, so she really needs to focus, and she's sorry if that makes her seem cold.
Holy crap.
Unlike the situation in a lot of poor portrayals, his neurodivergence isn't his #1 defining personality trait. For many autistic people, Abed was the first time they saw themselves in a character who wasn't mocked, pitied, or a wildly intelligent savant.
Hey, can I ask you something I always wanted to ask the real Batman?
Yeah,
Am I good looking?
you're a very attractive young man.
I knew it.
On top of this, his unique traits are never softened for others. He grows, but always stays himself. Abed's way more than just an awkward autistic sidekick simply there for comic relief. He is a real-life human being. His best friend Troy loves him unconditionally, with the pair becoming maybe the most adorable bromance in television.
Troy and Abed in the morning, and we're back. Look who's here, Jeff Winger.
Jeff, how do you stay so fit?
Diet, exercise, genetics.
Sure.
Okay, so it seems as though we have a clip. You want to set it up for us?
I'd like to, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, we'll just roll it.
Number 8. Charlie Kalmekis, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Charlie, the main character, doesn't realize it, but he shows signs of complex PTSD, social anxiety, depression, and possibly autism.
But they say if you make one friend on your first day, you're doing okay.
Thank you, sir. But if my English teacher's the only friend I make today, that would be sort of depressing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't worry, Mr. Anderson. I'm okay.
The movie is told through letters he writes throughout high school, exploring the difficulties of navigating adolescence. Charlie begins the movie completely alone, struggling to make meaningful connections, preferring to observe instead of participate.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything.
He's also painfully empathetic, so much so he spends more time reflecting on other people's pain rather than his own. One of the major plot points is his trauma, which has a humongous effect on his mental health. By the end, he isn't cured, but he does have people helping him now, making his world a safer one to live in.
But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening. I am here, and I am looking at her. And she is so beautiful.
Number 7. Matilda Moss, Everything's Gonna Be Okay. Kayla Cromer first appeared as Matilda in 2020 and is thought of to be the first autistic actor to play an autistic main character on TV.
Do you even know how to flirt? You're supposed to ask questions about themselves and pretend that they're smarter than you. Did you see that on YouTube? Yes!
This adds an element of authenticity to everything, from her tone of voice to the way she stims. Cromer made her into a shining example of representation, one that's deeply underrated.
People tell me I'm gifted, and I usually believe them, but I can't be sure because sometimes people lie.
By the season's conclusion, Matilda finds herself a neurodivergent girlfriend, a wonderfully heartwarming plotline. She's not a trope, but a real teen who just happens to be autistic. It was also groundbreaking for addressing both autism and sexuality head-on, as opposed to the stereotype of autistic characters having no concept of sexuality.
But to find love, you have to make yourself vulnerable.
Number 6. Mary Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin. Claire Danes portrayed the real-life character in this 2010 biopic.
Are you a cowboy?
Excuse my niece. That's not how we greet people, Temple. You know better than that.
Hello, I'm Temple. It's very nice to meet you. Hello, I'm Temple. It's very nice to meet you.
If you don't know her, Temple Grandin is a trailblazer of autism and neurodiversity, growing up in an era with completely different attitudes. Danes doesn't turn in a simple Hollywood performance, but instead carefully studied Temple's speech and mannerisms. The result is one of the most loving and respectful performances of neurodivergence in cinema.
You learned it? I just looked at it. Then I have the page in my mind and can read off the page. I see pictures and connect them.
So many portrayals focus on overcoming divergence, but in Temple Grandin, she succeeds because of her autism. Her traits help her make a name for herself in the livestock industry, seeing that no one else can in a way no one else does. In the end, the world adapts to her, not the other way around. A beautiful message.
And I knew I was different, but not less. Now I had a gift. I could see the world in a new way. I could see details that other people were blind to.
Number 5. Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. Portraying neurodivergence as a boon rather than a crutch is something cinema still struggles with. Despite this, one representation we can celebrate is Percy Jackson, whose neurodivergent traits are why he's heroic.
I'll give you a hint. You have something in common.
Percy.
Perseus?
Percy lives with ADHD and dyslexia, which presents difficulties in a classroom environment with the result that he gets kicked out of schools, a standard neurodivergent childhood. Eventually, these traits are revealed to be signs that Percy is a literal demigod.
Yes way. Yep, you're a demigod. 2 points for Percy Jackson. Look, don't worry, but you're not alone. There's hundreds in the world.
The message isn't to look at how brave he is, despite his divergence. It's that his divergence is a part of his bravery. For many children, seeing their struggles validated through Percy was amazing, giving ND children a hero to root for without becoming someone different.
You two really want to come?
Yes!
Okay. I guess we're all going.
Number 4. Yong Woo. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Do you like whales? Attorney Woo does, and she would love to talk to you about them all day. In South Korea and most of Asia, autism is still stigmatized and barely represented.
우영우 변호사, 이 사건 나랑 같이 하기로 했어요. 안녕하십니까? 법무법인 한바다의 우영우입니다. 똑바로 읽어도 거꾸로 읽어도 우영우.
This made Woo a trailblazing character, becoming a turning point for how autistic women are portrayed, especially outside of the West. Too many autistic characters fall into the emotionless robot stereotype, but Woo is the total opposite.
조금 억지스럽긴 하지만 하나 떠오른 건 있어. 뭔데?
She's intelligent, honest, loyal, and passionate, reflecting real-life neurodivergence. The series shows her struggling with ableism, infantilization, and disbelief in her skills, but inspiringly pushes back, growing with her differences, not against them. She's brilliantly lovable and relatable to millions.
엉뚱한 데만 꽂혀서 정작 향심 언니가 자수했다는 걸 잊고 있었네. 자수는 감경사회의 기본 중에 기본인데 그걸 잊다니. 우리 바보다. 재판장님이 똑똑한 거 아닐까?
Number 3. Dory. Finding Dory. While not explicitly diagnosed, Dory is a beautiful portrayal of a character with cognitive differences.
Now count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like sand. Sand is squishy.
Dory struggles with short-term memory loss, causing her to frequently forget what she's doing, often right in the middle of a task. Despite her disorientation, she's portrayed as a compassionate and lovable character.
Do you understand?
I totally understand now.
Okay, good.
He wants me to be the teacher's assistant.
No, not exactly.
In Finding Nemo, Dory is the comic relief, but in Finding Dory, her full backstory is revealed. Even though she's a fish, it feels remarkably realistic. In the end, she saves the day not by becoming neurotypical, but by using her unique personality. All of this makes her one of the most deeply human fish in cinema history.
Yeah, I did it.
Number 2, Amélie Poulain. Amélie. The titular character is never labeled or diagnosed as neurodivergent, but despite this, her character deeply resonates with the neurodivergent community.
Où qu'il soit, elle va retrouver la piste du propriétaire de la boîte aux souvenirs et lui restituer son trésor. Si ça le touche, c'est décidé. Elle commence à se mêler de la vie des autres. Sinon, tant pis.
She possesses a rich imagination, allowing her to see magic in the most mundane objects. Amélie struggles to communicate, loves to observe, and expresses affection through puzzles rather than words. She's overflowing with empathy, but expresses it in a unique way.
Je crois que le moment est venu pour elle de prendre un vrai risque.
Justement, elle y pense. Elle est en train de réfléchir à un stratagème.
We can't praise the movie enough for how Amélie finds love without needing to change. She doesn't have to fix her quirkiness or become extroverted. Instead, she finds love by being her true self. It makes for a magnificent movie, with a representation films still fail to match over 2 decades later.
Vous n'avez pas des os en verre. Vous pouvez vous cogner à la...
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Joe Hughes, the A-word, a portrayal which is often too real.
Can you see anything else, Joe, on the picture? Maybe not a door this time.
You're a sad, strange old man.
Toy Story.
Julia, Sesame Street, a heartwarming character from children's TV.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, this is our friend Julia.
Oh, hi, Julia. I'm Big Bird. Nice to meet you. Oh, Julia?
Julia's just concentrating on her painting right now.
Stevie, I Used to Be Famous. Netflix actor Leo Long has autism and made Stevie wonderfully authentic.
When I first read the script, I saw a tremendous opportunity for all disabled people. Access to all areas is amazing. It's about opening barriers for disabled actors.
The whole cast, as we see it, monumental for all 3 leads having autism in real life.
That you have people looking out for you.
I have Edward Tomey. Thanks for the jacket.
Jack.
I'll see you at the party.
Diane Wen, BoJack Horseman. Anyone with complex PTSD understands Diane's hunt for good damage.
That means that all the damage I got isn't good damage. It's just damage. I have gotten nothing out of it, and all those years I was miserable was for nothing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Evelyn Kwan Wong, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everyone with ADHD knows the struggles of feeling like you're in multiple worlds at once.
I'm here because we need your help. Very busy today. No time to help you.
Evelyn struggles to focus on just one thing, feels overwhelmed by everything, and finds herself falling short in every reality. This is arguably the most accurate portrayal of ADHD in cinema history, using a sci-fi multiverse as a phenomenal metaphor.
See what? I'm no good at anything.
Exactly. I've seen thousands of Evelyns, but never an Evelyn like you. You have so many goals you never finished, dreams you never followed. You're living your worst you.
Instead of her learning to focus, she instead embraces her differences, learning to love her ADHD self instead of hating it. Fascinatingly, one of the directors heavily researched ADHD for Evelyn, causing him to realize he had it himself. We also forgot to mention it's the most visually stunning ND representation.
Here, all we get are a few specks of time where any of this actually makes any sense.
Then I will cherish these few specks of time.
Are you neurodivergent? And if so, which fictional character did you relate to the most? Let us know in the comments below.
Was there any place where one small penguin without a heart song could ever truly belong?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.